talking, breathing. You just go into it. And this is where, and I'll talk about high blood pressure in case anybody here is dealing with hypertension. One of the deals with hypertension is that it works on a negative feedback system. So that when your body senses that the pressure is going up, it sends a message to your brain. Your brain in turn sends electrical impulses down your nerves to tell the heart muscles and the muscles surrounding your arterial system to relax. But if you do not have enough minerals, and remember, stress, which creates hypertension, depletes the minerals, then you have a breakdown in electrical communication, which is why it's essential to bring back your calcium, your magnesium, your potassium specifically for hypertension. And then you'll restore the conductivity and you'll bring down the blood pressure.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I have high blood pressure and I take total and Benicar. High blood pressure.
Yeah, no, they vaguely ring bells. Like I said, I haven't done counseling in years, so I don't know what some of the new drugs. But they're either going to be one of, I think, three channels. They're either going to be a diuretic or a calcium channel blocker, and then I think there was a potassium blocker, if I remember correctly. One of the things, again, the way that the body operates is so succinct and so clear that if you give the body the nutrients that are necessary for the body to regulate blood pressure naturally the way that it should, if you reevaluate your diet, you get rid of the excess fluid, and I guarantee you that I know that there are supplements in this store that will help you get your blood pressure under control without ever needing meds again. Well, here's a method and technique for getting rid of stress. Okay, you can't do it while you're driving. Because you don't want to be around me when I'm driving, I'll tell you. It's the one place I lose my cool because I can't believe the way people drive. You know, I want to get into the left-hand lane and do 69. Speed limit 70, I better do 69, it's the left-hand lane. Put your hands over your ears and you tilt your head. Now, what does that do? What is stress? Stress is the result of how you respond to what you see and hear. So when you tilt your head, what you're doing is you're knocking things out of your peripheral vision, you're bringing new things into your vision. And every day when you wake up, that's how life is supposed to be. You're supposed to look at life fresh and new, without judgment, without preconceived ideas, and just let it be. And when it comes to hearing, you know, if it's change the way you hear things. Stop focusing in on that word and think about a different word. Okay? And that way I'll help you to relieve stress. Yes, ma'am.
You mentioned to throw away the salt shaker.
Yes.
What about the sea salts, and aren't there some minerals that you can get from those that you do?
Yeah, but I'm a multi-mineral guy. See, there's all trace minerals, and it's wonderful. But here's the catch-22. As long as your tongue is addicted to the salty taste, you're addicted. And because you're addicted, I'm going to be able to sell you something that you shouldn't be eating, but it's either going to be sweet or it's going to be salty. And I'm going to be able to get rid of all that junk that has rotted in the field. Okay? The better, let me rephrase that. The more you can get to taste the natural taste of food, you won't want salt on your table. Especially if you're all organic growers, I can't think of anything that tastes better than an organic carrot or an organic tomato.
Celery.
Pulling a radish out of a celery actually has a taste that you can deal with. Yeah.
No, eating my fresh asparagus right out and pull and cutting it.
Oh, well, okay. Okay. Just leave me your address before you go. Because I've done organic gardening. My wife and I, we've been gardening 30 years. Even when we lived in apartments. In fact, we had the landlord, freak out on us because we didn't ask permission. We just went and dug up the back and made a garden. We've been doing composting. I heard composting earlier. I do composting now, and we don't even have a garden. Although we just bought a new house. In fact, we still have tomato plants that are still producing. Have no idea why or how, but they are. So, yeah. Get rid of that. Here's what's interesting. What color is salt?
White.
White. Thank you. What color is sugar?
White.
What color is heroin? What color is cocaine?
Don't know.
They're all white, trust me. I go to all of those don't do these things shows, and I watch it. They're all white. They're all white poisons. They're empty. They're hollow. You shouldn't have them in the house. You don't need them for company. But even then, especially organic people. I just try to get everybody. Even microwaves is another one of my favorite things. Those are great for storage units. Should never cook out of one. They're horrible. Any other questions?
Talk about xylitol.
Xylitol, wonderful. Actually in Finland they put that in all the kids' foods to prevent them from getting fillings. So it's really good. We actually use it in our children's chewable as a sweetener. It's a wonderful sweetener. Another one that you could look at would be stevia. Another one would be lohan, which is a Chinese berry. And actually I think that's 300-400 times sweeter than sugar, with no caloric effect whatsoever.
Spell
No blood.
Spell that for us.
L-O, and then I think it's capital H-A-U-N,
Okay.
if memory serves me correct. Okay, so those,
If you got a computer, you can find it.
yeah. And I'm sure they have it here in the store.
Look, just type in natural sweeteners.
So there's all kinds of alternatives. But I will tell you, if you can train your tongue, it's really what it comes down to. And here's another thing, since we're talking about that, and I'll diverge, not that I haven't already 26 times, but it's what I do. Losing weight. The hardest thing in the world for people to do is lose weight. And the more cultural and ethnic the diet, the harder it is. We all know the whole concept of comfort foods. You feel bad, you run, you get a chocolate ice cream cone or a banana split, or okay, that's my comfort food. Okay, but that's not my normal diet. I can leave that anytime I want until I feel depressed, and I'm going to go and get one. What people don't get is that every food, every item on your plate, you have an emotional attachment to, and it's one of the reasons why diets don't work unless you understand what the attachment is. It's going to be hard to move away from your diet. And the more ethnic and cultural the diet, the more difficult it is to move away from it. You have to commit to yourself that I'm going to make a change. I hate grapefruit. I'm going to eat a grapefruit every single day. And that's the approach you have to take. Somebody said to me, they wanted to get their kids on a healthy diet, and they said, well, my daughter says she doesn't like that. So what? Who cares whether they like it or not? Who cares whether you like it or not? It's good for you. That's what should be the criteria. That should be what really motivates you, not whether or not you like it or not. You can learn to love anything. But you should eat and consume things that are going to give you energy, that are going to give you power, that are going to add life to your years, not take it away. And somebody could say, well, what's the sense in living longer? I don't want to be like that. If you take care of yourselves now, and I don't care how old you are, you can arrest the aging process today. So instead of it flowing at 60 miles an hour, you slow it down to 20. Are you going to age? Absolutely. No one gets out alive. Well, actually, Enoch may have, because he walked with God, but we don't know about anybody else getting out of here alive. That said, the difference is how do we live our lives? If we can live it with vitality and energy and mobility, wouldn't that be the way to do it? And the way to get there is to get off of the American diet and become